On Good Friday, Jesus promised a dying thief on the cross, "Today you will be with me in paradise." But on Easter morning, he said, "I have not yet ascended to the Father." Friday, Sunday, so where was he on Saturday? Welcome to the Quiet Catechist, where history and theology meet. It is Good Friday. Darkness covers the land. The earth trembles. The veil is about to tear. Two criminals hang beside Christ. One mocks him. The other rebukes his companion. He confesses his guilt, and then he turns to Jesus. No theology degree, no works to offer, no time left to fix his life. Only this: Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Christ replies in Luke 23:43, "Truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." When modern Christians hear the word paradise, we instinctively imagine heaven, the throne room of God, the beatific vision, the unveiled glory of the Father. But that is not what a first century Jew would have heard. In the Old Testament, the realm of the dead was called Sheol. It was not yet heaven opened by Christ. It was the dwelling place of the departed, both righteous and wicked alike. But by the time of Jesus, Jewish belief recognized distinction within that realm. There was a place of torment, and there was a place of comfort for the righteous. There was expectation, there was waiting, and there was hope. Jesus himself described this in Luke 16. The rich man is in anguish. Lazarus is carried to Abraham's side, or Abraham's bosom, a place of consolation and rest, separate and distinct, yet still within the realm of the dead. The righteous were not in glory. They were waiting for the Messiah, waiting for redemption, waiting for the gates of heaven to open. So when Jesus told the thief, "Today you will be with me in paradise," his Jewish hearers would not picture clouds and harps. They would picture Abraham. They would picture the righteous dead. They would picture the side of Sheol where hope had not yet been extinguished. Because if paradise meant the full glory of heaven on Good Friday, then what was Holy Saturday? What was the descent? Why does the church confess in the Apostles' Creed, "He descended into hell"? Not just Catholics or Orthodox, but Lutherans and many Protestants alike. Why does 1 Peter 3:19 speak of Christ preaching to the spirits in prison? Why does Ephesians 4:9 speak of him descending into the lower parts of the earth? And why, after the resurrection, does Jesus say in John 20:17, "I have not yet ascended to the Father"? If he had already gone to heaven on Good Friday, why would he say that? If heaven were already opened, why would the ascension still be necessary? If the beatific vision were already entered, why does the story continue? But if paradise is the righteous side of Sheol, and Christ truly descended to the realm of the dead, not as a prisoner, but as a conqueror, and if he entered the place where the just were waiting to announce victory and to free the righteous, and to open what had been closed since Eden, then the arc holds. Good Friday, Christ dies. Holy Saturday, Christ descends. Easter Sunday, Christ rises. The Ascension, heaven is opened. Paradise did not interrupt the story, it preserved it. It was not heaven prematurely entered, it was the doorway Christ walked through to open heaven. And the thief walked through it with him. Tradition gives us the name of the thief, Dismas. He had no time for restitution. No time to undo his crimes, no time to prove himself. Only repentance, only faith, only surrender. And Christ did not say, wait. He said, today. The first soul to enter redeemed glory did not walk in alone. He walked in beside the King who had come to shatter death from the inside. This passage protects something essential. Christ truly died. He truly entered the realm of the dead. He conquered it from within. Salvation is not earned by a visible achievement. It is received in trust. If a dying thief could enter paradise through repentance, then no one is beyond mercy. Not at the final hour, not in the final breath. On Good Friday, 2 men hung beside Christ. One demanded rescue, one asked to be remembered. One entered paradise, not because heaven was already open, but because the King of Heaven had descended to reclaim his own. This is the Quiet Catechist, where history and theology meet. Until next time, keep the faith and keep learning.